Hello, Priyank. Thank you so much for taking out time and thank you for joining us today. Nice. So we have been seeing a lot of athletes, posting workout videos where they are working on their body strength, etc., wherever possible
Yeah.
with equipment. What about the mental side of things, Priyank? Because as sports persons, I read that most of you always have a target in mind, saying that I have a next series, I have a next tournament,
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
so and so things to prepare for. So now mentally, what does a youngster do? What can he look up to a professional like you, and what can he do to keep himself motivated?
When we had no tournaments, it was very difficult to stay motivated during those times. But I must say that it is just you just have to accept that if it is not there, then how can you build your game? How can you develop your game during those times? Because uh, like if you have played since last like if I have played for last 10 years, then I must say that I need to change few things which this time can give me a lot of I must say that lot of areas to work on, and I worked on during this time also.
Okay, so has there been a lot of analysis with your
Yeah.
coach, with your batting coach about the kind of technique, kind of changes, etc.?
I think I've started working on my white ball game also, because
Nice.
I've been doing really well on my red ball cricket, but it was a white ball which was making me a lot of trouble. So I work on that since last 2 years, and I was getting results also. Like I've played last Vijay Hazare Trophy where I scored a century in a quarter final. So I was very much satisfied in terms of the way I have batted. So I started working on that. Yeah,
So you started your domestic journey, Priyank, around 12, 13 years ago,
right.
2008. I'd love to take your mindset on how was it? Why can you give us a gist about how was it when you came to know that you're going to make your first class debut? What who gave you the news, if you remember? How did you feel? How did you celebrate that?
My name was already there in Ranji Trophy, because uh, we wanted Gujarat team wanted an opener. So they were obviously looking for an opener, and I was the only option they had. So yes, I got selected for the Vijay Hazare Trophy, and I've scored century on the first game. So it all started from there, and um, those 4 games which I've played, and I've scored around 300 runs. And then in the coming year, I've played Ranji Trophy.
Okay, perfect. But any distinct memories that you have about the first match? Do you remember how nervous you were, or did you plan something about how am I going to face the ball? Because you are an opener, so you have to
Yeah,
go and face first, sometimes the
yeah,
first,
yeah,
second, third ball. How
yeah.
how was the mental preparation?
I think it was just normal preparation, but yes, I was nervous. Even if I go to play any match today, I feel nervousness, because it is something uh, that pushes you to perform in a positive manner also. If it is not like heavily nervousness, so uh, yeah, I started like as an opener, and I know that I was just fearless. That's the only thing which I remember. I just wanted to score run, and that's the only thing which kept me going. And yeah, on the first match, we have scored around 300 plus runs. Our Gujarat team has scored 300 plus run. So it was very much difficult during those times that we to score 300 plus run.
Also, at this time, isn't when Gujarat started building together a nice core group of players, isn't it? The results were coming in Ranji Trophy quite regularly, and then the
Yeah,
the Ranji Trophy title also came, beating
yeah,
a strong team in the final. What was happening in the Gujarat setup? Why were we suddenly seeing a resurgence? How did so much talent come? Can you give us a mindset of how this team progressed? Your friend also, Jasprit Bumrah, also came up. He also started getting noticed at this particular same kind of
Yeah.
years.
I think one thing is that as a group, we always want to become a champion. We aspire to become a champion in whichever tournament we play, and that's the only driving force for us. And one thing we know that if we become a champion as a team, then obviously three or four players will definitely get selected for the uh, like Dulip Trophy, Devda Trophy. Now it's not that, but India A or Indian team or IPL. So our only motive is to just get a championship, and we got three or four championship in last 10 years. And apart from that, I must say that there are so much of efforts from Parthiv Bhai that he brought lot of efforts towards building a player. So he knows how to build a player, and what kind of environment they require. So all those efforts were from management side also, and obviously we had amazing leader who had made amazing team.
Okay, lovely. I
Yeah,
also want to ask you, after this 2014, 2015 breakthrough season for you, the big runs also started coming, Priyank.
yeah,
So, how do you prepare for these big runs? Because in practice, you can't really
yeah,
keep batting for a day, day and a
yeah.
half. But when you score a 300 like you have, how
Hmm.
does a batsman prepare for that physically as well as mentally? Because you have not done that in practice.
I think physically is something which you always do in training, like apart from the match. So when you have off season, or when you don't have a match, then you train, you do all the hard work uh, apart from the skill. And when it comes to skills, it's about improving your game in some of the areas. Like if I want to improve my onside game, or like flick shot or pull shot or square cut, all those things you can do it during the off season. But when you are in a season, that is when the strategy and planning all comes. So what I was doing, that I was reading the mind of other captains and other bowlers, that how they are trying to get me out. So I had to change my strategy and planning of scoring runs. Like every player has a tendency to score run in a particular manner.
Hmm.
Uh, if I give you an example, like someone score first 10 runs in like 30-40 balls or something, and then they just get settled and then they score big. So I keep on changing those planning and strategy, because uh, in a competitive environment, everybody knows that he's going to score like this. So they
Yeah.
put a lot of pressure, they put a lot of effort to get me out during those times when I'm uncomfortable. So I kept on changing my strategy and planning. Like uh, if they put a lot of fielders around me, then I'll just try to hit two or three boundaries, and then I'll think that what he's trying to now what he'll do. So I'll give you an example. Like we were playing a match against Mumbai in Wankhede.
Hmm.
So I knew that the ball was when the ball is shiny, it moves a lot, and it seems and it swings also. So in my second inning, just started scoring boundaries, and I
Hmm.
knew that when the shine of the ball goes away, it will be very easy to score runs on that wicket, because Wankhede has l- good bounce and good pace. So you can just tap the ball and you'll get a boundary, and the outfield is also amazing. Like it's a rocket boundary, like rocket.
Hmm.
You can just push the ball and it will go away.
Hmm.
So those strategy I kept on changing, and I know that as a batsman I cannot play uh, on only on one strategy or planning during my whole career. So you
Hmm.
have to keep on changing, because the bowlers and the captains are also watching our videos. They're getting so much information from the video analysts. So I have to be one step ahead from those players and those captains.
Nice, very nice. Okay,
Yeah,
so after that, after the phenomenal run scoring spree, came the call up to the India A team also, Priyank.
yeah,
Uh, and so how big was that jump? Like how big is the jump from a Ranji Trophy to an India A where you're facing international bowlers? You played in New Zealand also. So how
yeah.
big a jump is that?
I think it was really nice of them that I've got selected for the India A. And I've scored. I know that I've scored back-to-back centuries in the Dulip Trophy, and then we were traveling to India for the India A series to, I think, Vizianagaram or something, where we were playing against the New Zealand A side. And first 3-4 matches were very difficult for me to get adjusted to the international side,
Hmm.
because in our domestic uh, competition, I, I used to score on a on, like, I can say that on the front foot I was scoring a lot. And when I played three of first 3 or 4 matches against New Zealand, and I don't remember one of the side, but yes, when we played against them, they were very much uh, ruthless and relentless with
Hmm.
their way of bowling. They were bowling a lot of bouncers, and they were bowling a lot of on the back foot. So they were not giving single ball on the front foot. So I've struggled a lot during those 2-3 matches. Then I've decided to change my game, and to from front foot game to the back foot game. But you
Hmm.
also have to be you need a combination of the front foot and back foot, because when they bowl 2-3 on the back foot, then they suddenly bowl on the front foot, so that the batsmen tend to play a shot which
Hmm.
takes an edge, and uh, it goes to sleep or wicketkeeper. So I changed my game from there then onwards, and I was scoring a lot of runs on my back foot, like square cut or back foot punches and pull shot. So
Hmm.
yeah, that was amazing transformation from my side, because I've given a lot of efforts.
Nice. So we hear a lot of youngsters and Rahul Dravid's influence with the India A. So how is
Yeah.
he as a coach, Priyank? If I have to ask you, does he come and talk to you himself, or he waits for the player to go to him and ask about certain inputs, or he comes and sits with you, analyzes, sits with you, watches the TV and with the analysis? What kind of coach is he?
I think Rahul sir speaks not a lot. Like he speaks very few things, but it always comes with like lot of insights and one or two thing. If one or two things helping you a lot, then you don't need to say three or four things. So
Nice.
he's someone who speaks very less, but is very effective in terms of what Rahul sir wants to say. And yeah, we feel a lot of positivity when he is around us, because we always stay motivated, because I've seen the way Rahul sir was playing. So yeah, it was quite a motivating for us also when he's around us.
Have you asked him about his batting? Have you managed to ask him about how he particularly played in Headingley or in Adelaide or on difficult tracks in England when he got those 300s?
Yeah, I've not asked, but I kept on watching those videos, because those were the like though 300 was very difficult, on a very difficult track. So I kept on watching it on a YouTube. So I know that how difficult it was.
Okay, lovely, great. So this is fantastic, Priyanka. We've like really understanding how a mind of a proper professional cricketer works. Nice. Also, now you have one of the most beautiful, one of the most coveted home stadiums now uh,
Yeah, yeah,
available for practice. So
yeah.
that will be an extra motivation, right, for to
Definitely,
play there.
definitely.
And
We have an amazing facility here because we did not have indoor stadium since last 3 4 years because this stadium was under construction. So we are having amazing facilities now, and we are so happy that we have been practicing on a world's best stadium. So yeah,
so, Priyank, we've spoken a lot about your cricket and understanding how you prepare, etc. Uh,
yeah,
I know you read a lot of books.
right.
Is there any particular book that you like to carry with you? Anything, any specific genre that you use to maybe carry when you play cricket also?
I think I carry 3 or 4 books wherever I go. So one is related to cricket. So I pick one autobiography of any of the cricketer. If I don't get that autobiography, then I repeat the one which I read it before. So apart from that, I pick one book which is related to finance because I've done my financial management, so I really like that subject. And the third one is related to technology. So yeah, so right now I'm reading blockchain. So before that, I was reading regarding this internet things and climate change and all those things. So I pick any of like this kind of subject so that I can get all those insights from the world's best leader or world's best people, who are working uh, who are working really hard to make our life very easy. So yeah, and apart from that, one is uh, related to global perspective. So one book I pick, which should be on a like I pick uh, I have one book which is uh, which which was a Disney CEO's book. So Robert
Okay.
Iger, his name, and the reason behind that book was I just wanted to read all those minds because they have created such an amazing company. So yeah, I carry 4 or 5 books wherever I go, and I keep on changing. If I feel like reading uh, blockchain's book today, then I'll read that book. Then if I feel like reading cricket book or any other sports book, then I just pick that book. So I carry 4 or 5 books with me.
Lovely. Cricketer who reads, absolutely fantastic as a role model. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time, Priyank. Absolute pleasure having you understanding. You're an absolute role model for anybody who's following cricket. Please continue to work
Yeah,
hard the way you are. I'm sure your time will come, and once you're there in the IPL team, we will love to have you back and do one more chat and learn about that
yeah.
experience.
Thanks for inviting me. I think we had an amazing time.